What's up, guys? Jahoot here, and welcome back to another episode of A Bit of Anything, where I do a bit of everything, like go Lego. And what better way to enjoy this brick life than to...
I will destroy you, Megatron.
Hey, guys,
You would never
relax.
do so,
Y'all messing up my intro. Oh, boy. This is Union Pacific 4884, the world's largest steam locomotive, also known as the Big Boy. That's for another episode. That's not what this video is about. But telling behind it is a GP-35 doubleheader. GP standing for general purpose, and probably the most common diesel locomotive you can find in a generic train set. I'm talking about you, Bachman. This is a SD40-2. SD short for special duty, and is starting to have a special place in my heart, becoming my more preferred diesel locomotive. But what's the difference between an SD40-2 and a GP-35? Well, according to this box from a third-party Lego set called Mould King Rural Railway, the SD40-2 diesel locomotive is a model of electric drive diesel locomotives introduced by General Motors EMD in 1972. It is part of EMD's -2 series of diesel locomotives, primarily competing with General Electric's U30C and C30-7 diesel locomotives, which is this little fella right here. Tune into that video for more about that. In January 1972, EMD launched the -2 product line with a design focus on improving diesel locomotives' reliability and economic efficiency, initially introducing 5 basic models ranging from 2,000 to 3,600 horsepower. Amazing. This Chinese company managed to really nail down the origin of SD40-2, if only this was the correct locomotive to fit that description. But more about that later. For now, I just want to talk about this sweet box and what this wonderful set includes, or doesn't include. Now, if you watch any of my past videos, you know the key to my heart is accessories. For one, I just love how compact this box is in comparison to Lego's official sets, which usually be about like 65% air. Hello! How you doing down there? Feels like opening a party bag of Doritos with the amount of 2 for $1 bags inside. The box being majority black bears a mature tone, given that this is their junior line, 14 plus being the age of approval. Plus, it shows you everything that's included and special features. Mould King has a nice line of models, and from the looks of their other train sets, this is pretty much the only one that offers more for less. This set includes a so-called SD40-2, an intermodal freight car with a container, a truck that can also carry the container, a crane with a loading terminal, tracks, controller, and an instruction manual, which is pretty much straightforward. Honestly, it was the intermodal freight car that sold me, because it's truly ridiculous how much of a line of intermodal freight cars cost in HO scale. If you know, you know. So I figured, why not build my own? And because I wasn't satisfied with just one intermodal car, I decided to go ahead and double down on the set. This is the second time I've ever bought 2 of the same trade sets, but this one is more justifiable. It's affordable. Lego tried to do their own intermodal freight cars because they know how popular they are, and, well, based on that price, yeah, no. But with all that being said, now that everything is out the box, here's a montage of me piecing it all together. Okay, so now let's take a deeper analyzation of this SDGP35-40-2 locomotive. And I have to call it all that because it's a mixed breed of both. You see, it has the body of an SD40-2. You see, a GP35 has 4-wheel axle, right? And an SD40 has 6 wheels. They could have added the dummy wheel right here, but for some reason, they decided to put this brake right here, or whatever it's supposed to be, when really, if it was a GP35, it would be like some type of foot plate. But I also hate how thin the bearings are around the wheels. Like, I don't really like how much the wheels are exposed. It just real thin, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, it kind of ruins the whole aesthetic once you get down here. The body is beautiful. I like it. I like how all the bricks are just very sturdy. But then when you get right here, it's just like, what the hell happened? My advice to you, Mould King, if you're going to copy off the assignment, at least change up the answers just a little bit to throw the teacher off. Because my next problem is the fact that this is an American diesel with buffers. Why do this thing have buffers? Now, this is a thing that Lego has a problem with too, but I'm not talking about Legos. I'm talking about y'all. Y'all copying off Legos, and y'all literally copying them to the T on that. Now, to his credit, I do like that this set includes ditch lights. Now, that's a nice little detail to this, but these buffers just really knock it down. Is this thing American or is it British? I can't tell. This thing is acting like 21 Savage right now. Now, the ditch lights don't actually work, nor did this set actually include lights inside the engine, so I had to modify that a little bit and included some string lights and just simply found a battery pack that I'm surprised that had the 2 AA's instead and put it where usually the motor would be for a real life SD40-2. Now, another thing that I will say I had to modify was that it didn't include these panels to add these transparent lights to look like it had backlights. So it was really weird to me that it came with ditch lights in the front, but not no backlights. Mould King, I might want to get that together too. Like, that can easily be a simple mistake that can be fixed. Luckily that this set included extra bricks, so I could pull that off. And the one thing that I do respect is the small details. It's always the small details that kind of just help bring this thing to be more realistic than it should be. And that's this having this red brick to look like the fuel tank pump. Now, besides that, that's really much the only small detail. The cab easily can come off. Hey, but the brakes can be a little flimsy and be tedious that they can come apart. Oh my God, here we go. Cut! Now, I'm also quite shocked that they actually did include the Union Pacific decals, but beyond that, I do appreciate what this train is offering. But I just need you, Mould King, to get some things together because I'm telling you, this minor mistake right here will piss off a lot of rail fan enthusiasms. And trust me, you don't want to piss them off. But beyond those small mistakes, this thing is a fairly decent model and it looks beautiful on display. Now, let's talk about the next piece. The intermodal flatbed was a pretty straightforward set. Majority of the mold was already intact. All you had to do was just add the panels. Now, I will say you're definitely going to have to look at the instructions when it comes to making the container. But other than that, it was pretty simple. Nothing too much to talk about. Now, 2 things that I just can't get over is the fact that it also has buffers for an American freight car. And the fact that the decal, for some reason, decided to add SD40, then the name of the company. As if the freight car is an SD40. Why did y'all put that there? I wanted to cut that off, but you know what? I decided to leave it on there just to show how stupid this looks. Now, the graffiti, I added that myself. That was a modification. And another mod I had also added was that I had a few extra bricks, so I decided to make a end of the train device. Pretty neat, ain't it? The set also included a little truck on the side, but truck. We talking about trains. Now, as beautifully imperfect this model is, its next major flaw comes from the motor. And boy, oh boy, does it give me PTSD of a lifelike train set. Here, take a listen. Oh my God. The sweet sound of a rewinding VCR. Now, to its credit, it does have wireless controllers, and you can get about 50 feet away, but it's still not far enough for you to not hear the sound. So, you gotta sit through the torture. And on top of that, it's not really no speed control. You see, this control has these extra buttons on here, and really the buttons that only work is the power button and the left analog stick. This is just there just to be for display. And so, like I said, there's no real speed control, so therefore you can either crank it up to high gear, or you can gently take your finger and let it cruise, or just take your thumb off completely and it will stop immediately like a dead switch. Yeah, so Mould King gave me the option to torture myself by sitting in range, holding these controllers and listening to this sound. Now, another thing I did notice is that the motors are actually not consistent, as you may get one that is slightly less powerful than the other. Now, the one that's leading is stronger than the one that's tailing. Watch. Yeah. They do got forward and backwards, so there's that. Oh my God. Look how slow that is. Yeah. So, but Mould King does offer that you can use an app just like real Legos, but it really doesn't matter because it doesn't have no compatibility to this set specifically. I looked and there is no option, but it doesn't even matter anyway because it's not like that you will be able to use sound, and even if it was sound, it'd probably be the wrong sound. Mind you, both engines are fully charged, so the battery life has nothing to do with the speed. It's just a defective engine. Now, Mould King does offer replacement parts if you do come across this problem, if you do decide to buy one. But me personally, I don't care enough to do it. It's doing what it needs to do. And this is pretty much going to probably be the only time I really play with it. So after this video, it's going on display. But before I do that, I think y'all know what time it is. Welcome to Train Fight, the real fight of the year. Over on my right, we have the lady that's jolly to ride the trolley, Hillary Clinton.
I'm not Hillary. I'm the trolley witch.
That's what I said. Now, over on my left, we have the real Ghostbusters, who's literally a wolf in sheep clothing, Professor Remus Lupin.
Well, aren't you the lad that screams wolf?
I was wondering where all that howling was coming from. It wasn't even a full moon last night.
Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have.
Bruh, what are really yours?
Huh. Give a look at this sucker. He looks like a lick.
All right, that's enough from you two. Now let's get ready for a train fight. Just one more time with the big boy. Why not? Pull it! Pull it! Anyway, I'm out.